As it was stated over at Valdosta State, the Tremaine Jackson show is getting ready to begin. First step is going to be spring football. We're not really going to get a true tell of what PV's got going on over there with that program. But one thing for certain is this. Coach Jackson going to get them dogs. He's going to bring them dogs to the program that's going to be ready to compete at a high level. One thing for sure is he's already set the bar of expectations up to here. And he's not looking for anyone that's not going to reach and go beyond what is expected for them to do out there on the field. Now, there's a few young men that did come with Coach Jackson over to PV. And this one guy that we're going to talk about, oh, he's a dog. He's a dog. And he's going to be wearing that purple and gold because this young man is looking to leave his mark. Once he's done with playing college football, he wants an opportunity to do other things. So you know he's coming in here with a mindset of it's time to get busy and let's set this thing ablaze. We're going to talk about this young man right after this. Favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get all upcoming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in the friend or two and tell them to come on in. It's a positive vibe. We're just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on in this thing. Because they're like, Coach, who the heck you talking about dogs? Man, ain't no dogs up in this thing. Hey, y'all know who run the daggone swag. Y'all better get on with this program. Hey, as they like to say, you better get down or you get laid down. Take your pick. But you know, I'm going to tell you right now, Coach Jackson ain't trying to hit none of that. He ain't hear none of that. He already, hey, listen, he already got a chant. He letting everybody know what the goal's going to be in early morning practice. Them boys up at 5 a.m. in the morning getting to it right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They ain't play no games this thing. They try to let y'all know they out here ready to get going. They out here getting their minds prepared because they coming to hunt. They coming to hunt. They ain't playing with this. You know, I looked over a few things as far as like with PV, with Coach Jackson taking over. And I know sometimes, you know, to tell the tape of what we can expect or what we think is going to happen, or better yet, looking at what took place previously before they got there, it's kind of like, you know, it's like, Coach going to be all right. He might come like a little bit in between. He might shave it off just a little bit. You know, last season, PV defense, they allowed 27.5 points per game. Now, I know what you're going to say. Yeah, Coach, okay, I hear you. Yeah, PV did allow 27.5 points per game, but Coach ain't ready to come in here and shave that down where it's going to be nothing crazy. I'm going to hey, listen. Last season, when Coach Jackson had them athletes over there at Valdosta State with him playing ball, in which they went 13-1, I think they lost the Division II championship game. Yeah, they lost. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they lost the Division II championship game, the last game of the season. That was the only blemish on their record. Now, before Coach Jackson and his team, they was blowing folks out a couple years ago. I think it was the first season he got to Valdosta State. They were slapping folks around, putting 50s up on folks like, you know, like it wasn't no problem at all. But I'm going to say this. I know that's y'all going to say this Division II, this the SWAC, this Division I. Okay, I got that. But I say this. I can honestly say to you, Coach Jackson and his coaching staff is going to bring the athletes into that program that's going to be ready to compete. They're going to be ready to get out there and scrap. They're going to be a scrappy bunch that's not just going to lay down and just allow you to do anything a team wants to do to them. Now, this upcoming season, they start off against Texas Southern. We already know that's going to be a dogfight between them two teams because it's normally like that each season when they play one another. And the spring game is coming up. You're going to see how that's going to go. But the opening act going to be against Texas Southern, where we really see everything unleashed. We find out exactly who's really in the program, who's there, who ain't. But this one kid in particular, we cannot deny this young man is coming into this program. This young man, you're going to need to pay close attention to what's going on with him because he's a linebacker. He plays the Sam, Will, and the Mike. One player I'm talking about in particular that fans need to pay close attention to. Hey, you PV fans, y'all make sure y'all tune in with this young man and see what he got going on over there because this young man, he's a dog. Hey, he's definitely a dog. He's a linebacker. He transferred in from Valdosta State. He had 47 tackles, 7.5 for loss, 3.5 sacks, 5 quarterback hurries, 1 forced fumble, and 3 fumble recoveries. You already know this young man got to know for the ball, right? Now, Roberts can play the sand wheel and the mic out there on the field. He's coming to disrupt everything that's going on. Like I stated before, this young man's center of gravity is like when you watching him out there on film. You look at this young man, how he look like he hunting. He's staying low where you can't depict where he's at out there in the field. You got a big old lineman, they looking for like, where is this guy? I see him now, I don't see him. And then when you do see him, guess what? He's shooting the gap, getting up in there and disrupting your play. Now, this is what we're going to see from this young man this upcoming season. Someone that he reminds me of very dearly, and I miss that young man, is I want to say, was it Colton Bubba Adams from Colton Bubba Adams from Alabama State. He kind of reminds me of that young man as far as his tenacity out there on the field, as far as him getting to the ball and making a play. This young man, like I stated before, again, disruptor. He can also fall back into coverage. If quarterbacks is looking to leak out that running back, coming out the backfield, that young man's going to drop in the coverage with that running back, looking to go ahead and shut that down as well. So his ability to play the multiple positions on that defensive side of the ball at the linebacker position is something special to watch him do, because guess what? You got to account for him. If quarterbacks are not accounting for this kid out there on the field, your offense is going to get slowed down all game long. Again, ability to lower his center of gravity to make plays out there on the field where you cannot pre-snap read where this guy is majority of the time is something to watch. And I definitely like what this young man is going to bring to the table for that PV defense this upcoming season. Again, he's going to be a force to reckon with out there on the field, and I definitely want to see exactly how some of these teams are going to prepare for him, especially with him moving around out there on the field in the manner in which he does. This boy, ooh, I'm loving it. I'm loving this already. If you can't tell already, Coach is excited about the fact that we got teams that's going to, this thing going to be a lot more competitive this season than it was last season. This is what I've been waiting to see, the football aspect of things pick up a little bit more from a competitive standpoint, because we want people to come gravitate to this thing and say, damn, they playing some good ball over there. Kind of like, listen, I'm going to say this. I know some of y'all going to get a little offensive and, oh, you trying to say we something else. No. Kind of like many of you out there, you do watch SEC football, Big Ten football. You see competitive ball week in and week out. That's what I'm hoping to see this season. I'm hoping that PV gonna come in this thing and make this thing a lot more competitive than what it has been over the past couple of years. Not saying it hasn't been competitive, but we've seen some teams that normally compete at a high level fall off. And I think what Coach Tremaine Jackson is getting ready to do at PV, I think he's about to turn it up another level as far as making sure that PV is ready to compete. Matter of fact, if y'all ain't heard already, Coach Tremaine, it got a chant out there on the field. He's singing a song where he looked to see his team go next season, where he expects this team to be when it's all said and done, when it's time for the play, when it's time to play for the big one. He got a song that he's singing, letting everybody know exactly where his team gonna be. Guys, y'all go ahead and listen to what Coach got to say. And you know what? If you haven't done so already, make sure you tune in, tap in, tell a friend to come on in. Guys, there's another episode of Tomorrow Sports Network. And don't forget, be the one and lead.